The shield is the meat hook and ice bomb. Melee attacks are the chainsaw and the guns are the guns. You can't just stand and fight. You need to be more aware of each chess piece on the board. Fodder for resources, mediums for projectiles to parry 4 melee recharges, which can be used on groups of fodder for resources, and the shield to stun heavies and super heavies. And of course, the shield bash, allowing for zipping-like movement around the arena, and the game is not holding the shield bash back, as you can use the bash only seconds after a previous one, and it can reach enemies incredibly well. It almost never had a problem locking on to an enemy that I had in mind. My issue with the combat overall is the lack of total feedback when the shield breaks or recharges, and the flakiness of the melee strikes. It feels as if sometimes you have to swing at nothing before the melee will lock on. Then it will effectively shield bash you right up to that enemy and do exactly what you want, but it also seems to require you standing still or at least finishing a prior animation before it will allow that melee attack to register. I'm not sure if that's a bug or design, but it does break the flow of this very, very good combat. Like, the greatest feeling I've had in a video game in a long time is stunning an enemy getting ready for a glory kill, and then instead of walking up to it, shield bashing it, and the shield immediately going into a classic glory kill animation. It's fantastic. Let's talk about the weapons. The combat shotgun is always viable and acts almost like the flame belch when leveled up. As it ignites all enemies it shoots, dropping armor. The super shotgun is a tank. It's slow to reload, which can be upgraded later, and has a low ammo pool, but when upgraded, it feels like the second most powerful weapon in the game. The shredder is effectively the SMG, and the fallback weapon for the entire game, as both of its upgrade paths are the coolest little mechanics in the entire game. Pincushion fills a heavy or super heavy with railroad spike projectiles, and when they are full, they glow yellow, and a shield throw explodes the cushion, sending all of those nails all around the arena, hitting every demon around. This is only surpassed in coolness by Ricochet. When you stun a heavy with a shield, meaning you throw the shield and it's buried into a super heavy, you can then shoot that shield, sending the spikes not only into that heavy demon, but also bouncing around the entire arena. It is so cool. The Impaler is the secret sniper rifle, complete with fall off, and one of the upgrade paths allows you to slow down time for a little bit. And even later on the upgrade path, every headshot that you get with the Impaler recharges your melee strikes. The Accelerator is my second favorite weapon, and a total powerhouse of an automatic rifle, complete with multiple states of power. Enough consistent damage, it charges itself and levels up, increasing its DPS. It can even be upgraded to have a frickin' heat blast. Like the heat blast from the previous 2 Doom games. You can charge that up if you're upgraded enough on that weapon. The Cycler is my favorite by far. It's a double-barrel plasma rifle with the shocked mechanic. After enough damage is dealt by the Cycler, the weapon can electrocute enemies. And after an upgrade, that electrified state transfers to all other surrounding enemies. Sometimes, this causes a chain reaction of every enemy in the arena being electrocuted, exploding, and then electrocuting the enemy next to them. That is the coolest thing in this game. Now, I didn't really use the Skull Crusher weapons, nor the explosives, being the rocket launcher and the grenade launcher. To each their own, and obviously I will likely come around to them in future playthroughs. However, the Reaver Chain Shot is a monster, and without spoiling anything, please take my advice and upgrade it as soon as possible and use it on the bosses. As for the enemies, it's a crazy variety with some surprising returns and omissions. The experience of meeting and beating these demons is part of the fun, so I'm not going to spoil too much, but that said, the Arachnotron bombs are just bad. I don't like them. The Arachnotron shoots out these bombs, and they bury themselves in the ground and effectively act as landmines. That's fine, but they're very quiet, and the HUD element that shows that they're there is very hard to see. If you defeat the Arachnotron, those bombs stick around, and you cannot shoot them to get rid of them. You have to wait for them to blow up on their own. That stops a fight dead in its tracks while you wait for the Arachnotron bombs to explode. Thankfully, the Arachnotron does not actually shoot these bombs out very frequently. It actually takes a specific kind of Arachnotron to do it, but it is my least favorite enemy attack in the entire game. Now, as for story, I can't really talk about it like it's in the review guide, but I'll say this. This game goes places. You are not ready for some of these twists, themes, and especially locale. I feel like the level themes and motivations are considered story, so I'll also say this. This game has some of the best level ideas than any previous id Software game, period. There were multiple times I was stunned where I was going. I was also appreciative of two things in the actual story that I can speak on without spoiling anything. Much is conveyed to the player through animation and not dialogue. You know the old author's adage of show don't tell? This game shows far more than it tells. So, it's a story, stuff happens, people grow, people change, but no one sees the Doom guy as a god, just a very strong human man. Oh my god, thank God. As for exploration, my favorite part of any game is secret hunting. Like, I love Donkey Kong Country because of the Kong letters and puzzle pieces. This game makes its secrets a main point, and almost required if you're playing at high levels due to all the upgrade components being hidden around the map, those being gold, rubies, and wraithstones. My first playthrough was on Ultraviolence. It took 20-ish hours, and I got 100%. I fully 100%ed every level. The secrets are great, most of the time. However, due to the size of the levels, backtracking can be a slog due to many factors. So I have a humble request from an ugly idiot from Ohio, Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. For the love of God, bring back Eternal's fast travel. Doom Eternal lets you fast travel to any checkpoint once the level is considered to be in a completed state. Especially in the large sandbox levels, such as Siege 1, meandering around corpses is a common thing to do. Also, a mini-map wouldn't be a bad addition, because I am checking that damn auto-map hundreds of times a level, because the game does a fantastic thing. It shows you the basic idea of where each secret is in a radius around you. So as you explore the map, question marks will start popping up on the auto-map, telling you, hey, there's something there, go back. But I just keep opening that map so many times. It would be very nice for there to be a mini-map that shows you where you haven't been and where the secrets are. It would save so much time. Whoever is manufacturing these pull switches in the world of Doom, they're making a big ass bag, because damn, pull switches are everywhere in this game. Let me skip animations. In some cases, you do let me skip animations, but things like grabbing a ruby, mounting the dragon, getting off the dragon, grabbing a key, the first time through, that's fine, but I'm gonna play this game another 20 to 30 times. It's that good. It has the same problem as Doom Eternal with those cells to unlock things on your Fortress of Doom. It's just a time waster. Let me skip those, please. Again, I'm sure it'll be fixed. It's very small things, and they will almost certainly be patched out, maybe even by the time you get to play. I trust they will, because this engine, this graphical fidelity, this stability, this performance is the most impressive I have seen in the industry. I am running Ultra Nightmare, the highest graphical settings in the game, at 3440 by 1440p, and I have never dropped below 60 frames a second. It never crashed, it never stuttered, it never hitched, nothing. It is solid as bedrock. id Tech 8 rebuilds the concept of id Software leading in game technology, because this is impressive. Levels don't even load. As soon as I click to start, the loading screen pops up and it's ready. You just have to hit the spacebar and you're in. Yes, I have a powerful computer, but I play video games on this thing all the time, and no game runs this well. Cutscene transitions between completely different areas switch like it's nothing. It's an instant. You'll be in a castle, now a spaceship, now you're in hell. Boom, boom, boom. Nothing stalls, nothing stutters. It's insane. Whoever's in charge of the tech of id Tech 8, 2 words. Holy shit. Here's the crazy part. I don't want to make this video. This video is getting in the way of me playing this game. That sounds like some PR crap. I'm serious. I would so much rather be messing around with this game. This game is that good. I don't do scores, but I give it a 9.5. And it will be a 10 when the little things are ironed out, and I'm positive they will be. The thing I don't understand is they're making a DLC Rumor is they're making 2. That's not confirmed, but rumor is they're gonna make 2. Doom: The Dark Ages already feels like a game that seems to be going through scope creep within pre-production. Like, when they were planning this game in whatever year, 2019 or 2020, they wrote down all these crazy ideas that most studios would never have been able to act on. They would have cut half of this. They wanted to make dragon levels that feel like Star Fox 64 and rock. They wanted to make mech levels that make you feel like you're playing a Pacific Rim video game. 22 levels, each of them bigger than anything in 2016 or Eternal. And you're gonna make more? How? Just, like, it's so good. Here's the thing. Whoever decided to only show low difficulty gameplay in the publicity, PR, and marketing, all the official Bethesda gameplay in the trailers and that was released directly from them was playing on easy, and they were playing slowly so that people understood what they were looking at. They should have mixed the two. This game is not slow, and I haven't even had the time to mess with the difficulty sliders. On Nightmare, this game is just as frantic as Doom Eternal, period. The gameplay that they showed off and the dev direct and in the press, it is not at all representative of what high-level games will feel like. It's fast. Don't worry.